Hey guys, KCC Corpier here, and this is going to be the first of this series of video blogs for this crazy journey I'm on right now. I figured this is actually the suggestion of Brandon Torres, and a bunch of other people in my inner circle happen to agree that this is probably one of the best things to do is just document everything that I'm going through right now. Let me go ahead and tell you my story. You know, after my home burned down in 2012, I moved back to Dallas, and been trying to pull everything back together. My business and all my equipment was in the home, and the building fell on top of my car. And there's some footage of the fire right there that I'm showing you. And we've been kind of struggling to come back from it since then, and we made a lot of progress last year. I mean, I'm very, very pleased with the progress we made with Haunt Shooter under the guidance of my friend Hunter Carson, and the help of Bree and Jeanette is always with me. She's been with me since for 10 years, and Jeanette's great. She's one of my best friends, and I'm very happy to have Bree with me working on this project and a few other projects we've been working on. And, this is the first year that I missed a Frightmare, and I'm disappointed there. But the reason I missed Frightmare was, well, I guess the only way I can explain this is, I was shooting a lot, doing a lot with the Alamo Draft House, stuff like that, even started hosting. But then in January, I started having a series of nosebleeds, and I spent the next few months getting checked out by various doctors to find out the origin behind them. They said it was a sinus infection, and worked my way all the way up to different doctors. And finally, the day after I covered the opening of Batman vs. Superman at the Alamo Draft House, which is one of the movies I was looking forward to the most, they basically told me that I was diagnosed with sinus cancer. I don't have the name of the cancer right now. I'll probably look it up later on another entry, and I'll talk to you about it a little more. I had a 13-hour operation the weekend of Texas Frightmare. That's why I wasn't at Frightmare. It was a 13-hour surgery, and they pulled a tumor the size of an adult fist out of my head, which actually explains a lot. But, I was in the hospital for 5 days, and it's just cut my head open right here, and, then started the recovery process. And then 5 weeks after surgery, I started losing sight in my eye and started having headaches, and it turns out that the cancer returned. The tumor came back and wrapped itself around my left optical nerve. And I've lost sight in my left eye, so I'm one-eyed now, hence the eye patch. Their doctors are doing everything they can right now to protect the right eye. It's pretty scary. I mean, they told me last week I had the Metaport put in. Here's some footage from the Metaport being put in. Me and the doctor, I knew I was in good shape there. Hey guys, about to have my Metaport put in, and I know I'm in good hands when the surgeon has the Avengers on her head.
Hey! Hi everybody!
And, I actually started chemo 3 weeks ago. I was hospitalized for that. They administered the chemo while I was in the hospital, and actually I'm handling it pretty well. I have some of the best doctors. I'm with Baylor. I'll be starting I'll be starting radiation therapy in the next few weeks. I have some procedures I have to go through before I start that. I'm just right now hoping that I don't lose sight in my right eye, because going blind. I mean, I'm a filmmaker, videographer, and movie reviewer. So, that's very scary for me. I've had some great support from my friends on all this. The Rail family has been very helpful. Laura's been talking to me a lot, and my former roommate has been very helpful as well, but like I said, this is intended to be the documentation of my journey to recovery and my comeback. And I'm hoping this is going to be part of a series, and I'll be giving you guys updates. So let's just make it the first of a series. So I'll keep in touch. I'll talk to you later.